And then,
Hi,
hi, it's
good
great
morning.
to be around.
Yes, I am around. Um, yeah, just had some work to be done around home, so was busy for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it do be like that sometimes. I'm not sure we have honestly if we have anyone else from the usuals joining us. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
because some people's on holiday, some people can't join, so it might be just two of us. So there's some new contributors in the repo, open an issue and a PR. So I was kind of hoping perhaps they might be stopping by. We'll see. We'll see. Nevertheless, we don't even have that much
Update.
on schedule today. Not much updates. I feel like uh
Yeah,
people are like this December is upon us. People are jumping into that Christmassy atmosphere and kind of theme. So. Uh,
yeah,
there's not that much. Nevertheless, since we are at least two of us, we can still follow the agenda. I find it more meaningful than doing it alone. So let's do it, and
yeah,
maybe
sure.
the discussion comes out of it either anyway. All right, let me just get ready my environment here very quickly.
So today I don't really have any updates, so just FYI.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Don't need to have. Uh, just 1 second. Gotta close all the unnecessary windows, and there's still lots of them. So, taking a few moments. I think I'm almost done with it. There we go. All right, sharing screen now. Finally. All right, so still do our official start. So welcome to December 14th, 2023. Aries-vcx community call. This is one of our last ones. Our antitrust policy notice by Hyperledger Foundation is in effect. And today we don't have many points on agenda as mentioned. So uh, as you mentioned, you don't have I guess uh much to discuss of your own, or you don't, or do you by a chance have any topics you would like to uh discuss? Yeah.
Um, I don't have any updates, but I
Uh-huh.
do have an idea I would like to present and
Oh, okay.
gather some opinions on.
Awesome. Okay, that sounds good. So let's add that right away. Uh let's see, where shall we put it? Well, the overview and planning will be fast, so I'll put it at the kind of the last stage. So what is the idea or the demo you have?
Sorry, it's not a demo exactly, just presenting an idea about better documenting and presenting the conundrum of multiple keys in pickup protocol.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, a recipient key being owned by multiple accounts. The causes and what can be done about it, like better presenting that scenario to the
Okay.
community so that it could help if people are doing protocol update in the future. I mean, we could better document it. Right now, it's in the GitHub, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So I was
So
thinking to, yeah.
yeah, let's go through that. So I'll run through this brief agenda here, and then we can dive into that. So unless there any other topics other than this one?
No.
Okay, so that should be complete then. Overview of recent work done. There wasn't much PR merged. This one here is still in a state of overview slash review. So, wait, I'm bit off. So this has been merged. This is actually old update right here. Instead, what I wanted to add here, point out is different PR. So I'm gonna update this. Did exchange, did core refactoring, uh, did core and did exchange refact refactoring. So yeah, this is something I've been working on for a while now. And it's well, there's a lot quite verbose description on this PR, but in a nutshell, uh there's a changes there's a whole bunch of changes here. They all are stemming from the fact that uh the generics has been removed on the document and the service, and that trickles up into lots of different areas. I think I actually was talking about this perhaps 2 weeks ago too. So it's still the same thing, but at this point I have added a lot more description here about all the changes done, because obviously it's quite a big delta, big PR. So yeah, it's still in a state of draft. I think there was some last touches I wanted to do before moving into ready. Uh, so hopefully they'll be happening soon. Can't manage to find enough time to do this, but it's coming. All right. Next up in progress, we also have Aries Askar. We don't have Andre on the call to give us update. But from what I know, he has implemented basically a new interfaces for base wallet, which are not radically different than the old base wallet. We decided not to use associated types in this set of new trades, but they're a bit different to accommodate for ASCII better. And as I know, it also comes with both VDR and ASCII implementation of those interfaces. And currently, the main challenge is implementing pack and unpack for ASCII based implementation. Because while in the VDR tools implementation, VDR tools itself provides the pack unpack implementation. ASCII uh ASCII is just what? It doesn't have all of the functionality of VDR tools. So basically, peg and unpeg must be implemented on top of what ASCII offers. So there's some degree of re-implementation, or I guess porting slash migration of code from VDR tools to the like ASCII based implementation, especially in respect to in regard to the peg and unpeg functions. So Andre is busy with that now. It's also a fairly big PR, mostly additive, as he's adding these new implementations. Uh, yeah, it's still in draft, so I guess worth a looking, but with a grain of salt. Planned did peer 4. that's something that I've been also mentioning for a while. That will be coming after the DD exchange and DIT core refactoring is complete. And then on the same boat as CIs for the DIT core components and thinking of publishing them. I think these all of these will likely carry to 2024. I'll be happy if we manage to accomplish the DIT core, DIT exchange, ASCAR. That might also flow into 24. I'm not sure. And then yeah, I skipped this one actually in review. That's a PR from George. It's been stalled for a while. George currently doesn't have updates on this one, and um, I guess we'll continue in 2024 as well here. So that's about it in terms of what we are busy with and kind of doing or planning to do. And then I guess we can move on to your discussion and the topic you wanted to bring up. So do you want to share your screen, Anne? 9, you're muted if you're speaking.
Yes, just a minute.
Hmm.
Can I share my screen?
I'll stop sharing.
Yes, just a, I'm kind of copy pasting the stuff. Didn't have it on here.
It's okay. Take your time. You get to prepare.
Yes. Let's see, share screen. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I think my screen is on right now.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So we have on this link. I'll share the link also. Okay, so previously we had discussed about some of the corner cases in the mediator coordination protocol. So currently it's on our GitHub issues. It's as a discussion here in the comments. I was thinking we could make it more structured and ordered and actually have some place that others can look at it in a more formal setting so that it could be useful for the next protocol update.
Mm.
So these are a few things that I thought we should have in them. Is that first of all, when can this corner case be encountered? So there'll be a few possible cases for that. One is due to an exploit, and there's also some possible actual use cases that we can do by kind of utilizing some of the freedom in that, uh, like the protocol is open to interpretation. So using some of that freedom, we can enable some extra use cases. Or there's also some other corner cases where it overlaps in which we should think about this key update. So basically, right now, like just to give a summary, in mediation coordination protocol, the client can ask the mediator to basically subscribe to particular recipient keys. That if some message comes for some recipient key, the client should be updated, and it should get those messages. But we aren't actually uh, proving that the client actually owns the recipient key. So anyone else can also subscribe. And when multiple people subscribe to the same recipient key, the correct behavior of the mediator in that case is unspecified in the protocol. So that brings all this chaos. So I think having a good documentation of all the cases where it does happen and what can be done in those cases. So here we already have some of the cases listed out. I think we could more formally like do a full analysis of this and see how the other projects in the community are handling it, because currently other projects do implement the mediator coordination protocol. So we can try to take a look of how each of the project is handling it, document that, and then suggest what the correct implementation should be for any person that's implementing the protocol afresh. And also, we can make suggestions for the next protocol update so that they have it more well specified in the protocol. Yeah, so this is what I thought we could do using some of the research that we did here.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds like a good plan. I guess on where we listed what does Akapai, V6, and JS do, like you would need to look at particularly at the mediators in some mediator implementations, right?
Yes.
Right. So I think there's a few mediators, there's one based on Akapai as kind of a Akapai plugin, something like that. There is some uh there's other mediators. I think other mediator based on TypeScript by Indicio, I believe. Um and um
So, do we have any idea about how these other projects handle it?
no, actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they do it. I remember when we had this discussion back in the days. That was like a couple
Yeah.
months ago, right? And
Yeah.
you gave a good rehearsal, like good overview now of the issue. But let me just maybe restate what you say, just to for a sanity check if I still get it right and remember the issue correctly. So uh, right, the problem is when you have mediator and then you allow your clients, right, to basically allow them to register any key claim as their own. So whenever a message arrives for that key, forward it to that key, they would they should be the ones receiving it. And
Yes.
right, and what we do now, if I remember right, is the first come, first serve strategy. So whoever registers the key will be receiving its messages. Uh,
Yes, that's what we're doing right now. That the first person to register the key kind of owns that key and they will be getting all the updates. If someone else tries to register the same key after that, then they'll just get an error.
mhm. I think this would be actually the best place for this discussion would be on the Aries Wargroup call where the other parties are, they could actually so because it's kind of protocol level issue, right? So it's something that
Mhm.
you're pointing out here. It's a issue shared for everyone, and it seems to be issue really on the protocol spec, as there's a lack of uh I guess the lack of guarantees, that lack of authorization when you register the key. So there's no proof of ownership of that key. Uh,
Yes.
so yeah, I would invite you to, I would suggest you to join the next Aries work group call. You can reach out to um Sam Curran, or he's using nickname Telegram Sam. You can find him on Discord. I can give you contact, and you can just let him know that you have this issue you want to kind of discuss and point out in a community, and could get some a variety of opinions on this one.
Yeah, that sounds like a good venue. So I actually got this idea from hearing another such presentation at one of those work groups. Like
Hmm.
I think last time also someone was presenting uh, about some issue with one of the implementations in the recent protocols. I think.
Mm.
Yeah, so they made a whole presentation and like described, uh, like got input from the community about how others are handling it and
Mm.
like what could be done about it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you have any suggest such kind of technical thoughts on it? We do it certain way now. Is there a different way you think this should be handled?
So currently the updates are being requested using the updates list, which is a particular structure. Like it has three fields: add, the key that you want to add, and that's about it. How we could do differently is we could have the updates list as a, a list of packets where each packet is assigned, uh, it's a signed DITCOM packet or did exchange, whichever. So each of those packets will be encrypted by the recipient key itself, and it'll have three fields, that is whether you want to add, delete, or what function, and the recipient key itself, and also the authorization key with which you want it to be associated. That is the like the account with which you want to be associated. That will also be part of the packet, and it will be signed by the recipient key. So you'll have like signed messages in the update list, which the mediator can then unwrap and use.
I'm sorry, man. I had some connection issues now. I think I dropped the last few words. Like last sentence or so. Apologies
Yes.
for that. Can you please repeat that?
Yeah, just a minute. So let's see how the okay. So currently, the updates happen through this kind of structure. We have an updates list which
So,
contains these elements. Can you see my screen?
yes, yes, yes.
Right. So the updates list contains these elements, which is basically a structure of recipient key and the action you want to do with it. What we could do instead is pack this structure inside, like, yeah, basically use our wallet traits to pack this structure, and the key signing this message will be the recipient key itself, so that we can be guaranteed that the person holding the recipient key is actually asking for this update. And along with these two fields, it'll also have a third field, that is to which account you want to add this key. So the account that is registered with the mediator, it'll have also a reference to that. So using this, the mediator can then do those functions.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'll take some time to think about it, and I'll give just feedback later. That's fine.
So yeah, this is just like a shot in the wild. Like this is one possible way we could do this. So like if you have three different recipient keys, then each of them will be a different packed message with a similar structure. Um, yeah, and maybe we'll also like to add time as a part of the structure so that we can save from some mischievous person reusing a previously signed message.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, by the way, I think one possible inspiration for these kind of things could be the instant messaging community, because from discussion in groups like Matrix, I realized that they also have considerations like this. Like, I mean, they face similar problems in regards to like group, like if there's a group of an instant messaging group, then you can have updates as new users joining the group, then that is also forwarded as a message. So authenticating those messages is a problem that they face with. So that's like I think a similar problem, so we could probably take inspiration from how they are handling it also.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Uh, I'll take some time to digest, and I'll get back with some thoughts on the matter.
Yes, yes, of course.
So, would you be keen
From
to join the next Aries for group call to come and share your thoughts there?
So I think so. When is the next work group call? In
Uh,
December, I think they won't have one, right?
Um, um, I believe there is one more. It's Wednesdays. Oh well, it's 21st. Um, it's 21st. December.
Right.
Uh, yeah, I'm not sure if it's happening or not, since yeah, that's just before Christmas. Last time there was Thanksgiving, it was canceled. Um, now I believe there's one more though, but I'm not sure if it's 21st or 28th.
Mm-hmm.
So we can
Yeah.
check that.
20.
And
Yes. So I think yeah, maybe by next week I could have it ready, but I think it could take a little bit more time because I think these are also important things to like document there, and this could take a little bit of time.
hmm,
So trying to find out what the other projects are doing. So might have to look in the code and see technically how they're handling this case,
hmm, hmm. Yeah, yeah.
because
Good
they
good
probably
point.
don't have it documented. So we'll have to kind of see through the code and see like how the code handles these scenarios.
Right, right. Yeah, that's a good idea. See how others are doing it and what kind of design trade-offs have they made, if they chose the
Yeah.
same way as we did, or there's other schools of thoughts there.
Yes. So I think having like all of that in the presentation that we make would make it a more effective and useful one for the rest of the community.
Sorry, I got some drop of it. Can you repeat that? The just last few words?
Yes, I said like if we do this research also and like have it all compiled in one presentation, then it could be more effective.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, this is definitely valuable. I think it's something. It's a gap in the spec, and I haven't heard anyone talking about it. I mean, I do not really follow the mediator discussions, in other groups closely. So maybe there have been talks. That would be also good to find out. Perhaps uh perhaps people. I would assume that other people have ran into this or perhaps thought of it also
Mm-hmm.
when they implemented the mediators, the other mediators. But yeah, it's good to point out and bring it up. Discuss it with people. If you do kind of this kind of compilation and some proposal, I think that's very valuable for Aries community. Right. I guess this will be covered then. Is there anything else you would like to share in this regard?
No, I think I've shared all I could for now. Yes.
No, this is great. Thank you so much. This is good.
Thank you.
Um, and well, if we don't have any like further topic, then we can wrap up early today. So we got some extra time back. All right, and thank you so much for joining me on this call today, and have a great rest of the week.
You too. Have a nice week.
Thank you. Bye bye.